Hi everyone, my name is Sweet Kinks, and I'm gonna be doing a Vybz Kartel read. Why? Because I can. And I am going to be taking my channel in a different direction, and that's all I'm gonna say right now in regards to that. But anyway, what I wanna say before I start this reading is I know that I'm probably going to receive some criticism, especially from people of the Jamaican culture. If you do not know, I am half Jamaican. My mother is from Jamaica, my father is from Barbados. So I understand how, certain cultures view divination and certain spiritual practices. So I am prepared to hear, oh, be a woman, devil work. I don't know, whatever else you got. I'm prepared. But anyway, I feel like doing this reading on Vybz Kartel because I feel like flexing my psychic muscles. Just seeing what I can do. And also, I don't know. I just find him interesting. I don't know. He's just interesting. And sometimes that's not good, but sometimes it's not bad either. However, I will give him, from my point of view, I will give him the fact, or give him the right that he is very creative. Okay, I think that's why I'm drawn to him. He's very creative. That's why I want to read him, because beyond his music and antics, I feel like I want to know what goes on in his brain. Like, I really want to know what goes on in his brain and what goes on, like, with his spiritual community. And the other day, I'm super late. The other day, I found out that his sons, Little Vybz and Little Addy, Little Vybz and Little Addy is they make their own music. So I wanted to see like how maybe like if his legacy would carry on to the generation below him. So anyway, I wrote out a list of things that I'm kind of like interested to know. So if you're sticking around, thank you. Follow me on Instagram _sweetkinks. Okay. All my information will be down below if you want to book a personal reading. But let's get to this reading, and I'm gonna turn the camera down so you can focus more on the cards. About to hear my noisy chair. Oh, there we go. It wasn't noisy. So, the first thing I really wanted to know is a little bit about his childhood, like growing up. How did he become Vybz Kartel? And you could read his bio and see, the technicalities. He was in a group. The name Vybz Kartel was spelled differently, yada, 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 protege, blah, 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 blah. You could find out all the technicalities of Vybz Kartel via Google. So you can do your own Googles and find that out. However, I want to know, what was his childhood like? What was his emotions? What was the things that he liked? Just things like that. So I'm going to lay out some cards. Okay. I feel like he was very outspoken. Just, oh wow, bottom of the deck. He has a lot of fire right now, a lot of wands energy. So I feel like his childhood was filled with a lot of what's the word, spunk. It's almost like his teachers viewed him as an interesting character. Like he was always a character. And I don't know, like if that's the best way to explain it, but he was always a character. Okay, he always had this, I guess you could say, alter ego. So sometimes he would hide it, he would hide it, and tell it to relax, cover it up. But however, with all this fire energy, especially with the King of Wands, this is very arrogant energy. It's like he's almost two beings in one. That's pretty, okay, yeah. He's almost two beings in one. And it's almost like who Adidja Palmer and Vybz Kartel are two entities that coexist. So sometimes he is, Adidja, sometimes he is the egoic Vybz Kartel. So he's always had a character that played along with him. He's always had this aspect that, like I'm saying, he's really just, there's no way to explain it. He's really two beings in one that coexist at the same time. So in his childhood, he was very rambunctious. Very cunning. It's like he has a way with words. He does call himself the lyricist, but he really does have a way with words that even as a child he knew how to he knew how to speak to people in a way that they would forgive him for whatever he did. He has a way with words, and he had that gift. It's the gift of gab, is what they call it, right? He had the gift of gab that just can woo anybody, and I'm really feeling like it is his teachers, specifically, like his teachers, people, his authority figures were able to forgive him for things that he did. Not to say that he wouldn't get in trouble. However, his way with words was just so cunning. So he has the Empress and the Tower right after that. So it's like he has the ability to woo you and then just like discard you, or like, look, yeah, when I say he is two beings in one, I really mean it. It's like he'll battle with themselves. It's like two devils or two angels, whichever way you want to look at it. But it's you know how it's supposed to be one against the other? No, it's like they both feed each other. I don't know how else to explain it. Like it's like being two-faced. I know some people gonna kill me. His fans are definitely gonna kill me. If this video ever goes viral, I know his fans are going to fucking kill me for this video, okay? How could you say this about him? Oh yeah, witch. What? Put some slurs in the comment section, please. I need to get up on my slurs. But anyway, he really is like so two-faced that it comes natural to him because he's two beings of one. And like I said, this is all about his childhood. So he's had this gift of gab since he's been a child. And like I said, I do feel like his educators or his authority figures were kind of forgiving of him. However, he was still very aggravating. So, cool. So he has an 8 of Cups. I feel like he's able to adapt to change very well. He's stubborn in a way, however, he's still adaptable. Like if something comes up, something starts sprouting out of nowhere, he will diligently find a way to fix it or find a way to make sure he has the upper hand in whatever is going on. So I don't know why, I hear he's good at math. Although he's good at literacy, he might be really good at math. Okay? Okay, y'all, I gotta tell y'all, because like I'm feeling it. He's a very oh well shit, just proved my point. He's a very cold individual. Like this throughout this whole reading, I'm feeling cold. Okay? He's a very cold individual. Once he discards you, and I'm getting to that a little later. Once he discards you, it's almost like you're non-existent. This is 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is very like sharp energy. This is almost like the heartbreaker kind of card. Okay? Like he is able to discard you and act like nothing happened. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like, you know, through his adolescence, he's always found a way to overcome someone. All right? He's very good at finding a way to get the upper hand. And he's been building this skill. Like I said, he's been very cunning since he was young. So he's been building this skill of speech and persuasiveness is the word, really. He's mastered the art of persuasiveness in some forms. Because obviously, right now, I didn't mention this. I didn't do a good, introduction of who he is. So let me say it now. If you don't know who Vybz Kartel is, you didn't get to do your Googles yet. He is a very, very popular dancehall artist. He's been on the scene for a very, I would say a very long time, but he's had a very long streak. And I just said very, so he's had a long streak. He's like, no, I've had a very long streak. His energy is very demanding. It's like, anyway, he's a popular dancehall artist. He's currently serving a life sentence for murder. Okay? So, yeah, that is another reason why I am doing this reading, because I want to see, bitch. As I'm done talking about that, the devil pops out and the 10 of Swords. But look at that. I want to see what's going on with him. Also, behind bars and how he's feeling. And like I said, he has his children, and I want to see how his legacy will continue. But I'm going to put that back because I was just speaking about where he is. The devil, 10 of Swords, prison full of people. I'm not going to put that. But anyway, yeah, like I said, he's mastered the art of persuasiveness. Ace of Cups and making someone feel good, and also master the art of discarding people. So he does have like a narcissistic tendency to him, or personality trait to him. Nine of Pentacles. Like, he wants to have it all almost. Cards are just flying out. And like I said, he likes to pursue. So he'll find a way, he'll sit back, plan, and then pursue. Okay? Alright, so that's enough of his childhood, his adolescence. You know, just a brief check-in of how he views himself. He views himself as how he's, you know what? He's very open with how he wants to view himself. He calls himself world boss, right? World boss, right? You know, this title, the teacher, or what else? He calls himself the king of dancehall. Like, he has this, I hear the word bravado. This bravado that is pretty fucking persuasive. I don't know how else to say it. All right? So, I want to take a look at what his ancestors feel, how his ancestors view him, and how he's, you know, living. But sometimes they'll have it back anyway. You know, it depends on what kind of ancestors you work with. You know, where are you on the spectrum? Because you could be here, or all the way there. All of it is forms of spirituality. So don't think spirituality is fluff and hugs and kisses and love and light. Ain't no goddamn love and light. All right. Well, how did his ancestors view him? He wants it all. He's very demanding. They view, basically what I just said. So they basically view him as stubborn. They sometimes feel like they set things up for him to win. However, he might self-sabotage due to ego, like due to the need to feel on top of the situation, on top of the other person. Sometimes he might do things that are just uncalled for. I mean, obviously, if you ended up in jail for murder, like, you doing something that was uncalled for. Okay, you know what? I'm not about to get into my views on murder. All right. But anyway, the court apparently said that this murder was unwarranted. Put it like that. Okay? So, anyway, his ancestors view him as stubborn, and he self-sabotages sometimes when it's very unnecessary. They do view him as selfish. However, I feel like he's pretty giving to those who he really wants to give to. And this is going to take me into my other topic that I wanted to talk about, how he discards people. Because I feel like he has this, okay, if you're not familiar, some of you might know about, you know, this whole Gaza nation bullshit, whatever. You know, whatever it's called. And he had his own camp where he had his own artists where he promoted and, you know, so on and so forth. And along the way, a lot of people fell off, okay? A lot of people fell off along the way. And it wasn't necessarily cordial falling off either, okay? It was like cliff diving, you know? And I feel like he has this energy where he discards people due to his, I want to say, at least slight narcissism. He does discard people and he does want to be on top of the situations a little too much. All right, so let's put these back. Actually, let's keep these out. That tower was speaking up. It's almost, I'm hearing it's almost like a game. It's almost fun to discard people. It's almost like sometimes he wants you to succeed, but it's like a very rough way, a very torturous way. Oh, I'm trying to explain in a way where my brain is painting the scenario. If he really, really loves and cares for you, he will take care of you. All right? He might not be the best person, the nicest person all the time, but he will take care of you. If he's so about you, he kind of plays like sick games to test your trust, to test your loyalty. And sometimes it's just, again, because he wants to feel like he's on top of someone. I ain't even pull no cards yet, no, that came out. Very driven, another fire card. He's very driven. And if you have, oh damn, all the cards after that was just reversed. If you're not on the same page as him, you're a target. It doesn't matter if you apologize or you say sorry. You're now a target and he will discard you in whatever game form he feels like. Yep, so exactly what I just said. The Knight of Cups are reversed. Like, if you're not on the same page as him, you better run, bitch. Okay? And with that, I'm gonna move on. And I want to take a look at, you know, how he is currently serving his jail sentence. And I see pictures online and I read like very short captions that really don't provide much information, and I don't feel like, you know, reading too much because then it kind of spoils the reading. But yeah, you know, I see pictures of him. He seems okay. However, I did see a picture that looked kind of crazy to me, and the first thing I said was, whoa, his face is swollen. And then as I read the caption to the article, they mentioned that he is suffering from a thyroid disease or a thyroid, something with his thyroid, all right? And I was just like, okay, that makes sense. That's why his face might be swollen. So I just want to take a look at, his overall, how he's serving his sentence and his health, And that is also going to lead me into his sons who are, following his footsteps and making music. All right. So let's take a look into his sentence. How is he serving his sentence? How does he currently feel? He still feels like he got it. The magician flew right out. He feels like he got it. He has such a, oh wow, I was about to say, he has such a strong energy to him that you cannot shake him. This is the strength card. He has such an energy to him that you just can't knock him down. Even if he's down and he, this is what I saw in my head just now. Like if you beat him up, like if you really get him good and you he's on the ground and he's fetal position, he'll come up and still be like, you's a bitch, or whatever. He cuss you out in whatever form he want to cuss you out in, but he does not quit, okay? And that is his spirit. His spirit does not quit, and I feel that, okay? I feel that, so I can salute him on that. That magician and the strength, two major arcanas right after the other. I was like, he ain't going down easy. Obviously, he not going down without a fight. Okay? Oh my goodness. The Page of Wands and the High Priestess. Like, what the heck? He feels like he still knows the tricks and trades of the game. All right? Like, y'all, this sentence ain't nothing to him. And that's the truth. That really is the truth. Like, this sentence, yeah, it bugs him because obviously he's not out and free doing what he wants, but his spirit is so powerful that no, you're not gonna tell him no. He'll find a way. And I feel like I just repeated myself. He'll find a way. Like I said that before. He always finds a way to overcome whatever life is throwing at him. Because those two entities, Adidja and Vybz Kartel, are partners and they feed each other. They're like two little toxic twins, just skip along, They just skip along with each other and just do whatever toxic shit that they want to do. Page of Cups, like you cannot keep him down, okay? Emotionally, oops. Let's see, look at that one. You cannot keep him down emotionally. Whatever, this is the Lover's card. Although the Lover's card does sometimes represent romance, this is really a decision, the choice card. So whatever decision or whatever life decides to throw at him, he'll find a way. Like, this honestly looks like a prison to me. Now, this doesn't usually look like a prison to me, but now it does. Because it's so crowded. This always just represents a crowded space to me. So I guess that's why it's representing prison. But this is him sitting up, being the star in prison in his own form. Even if it's just in his mind, he's a star. Okay, he's a star. No one, and I feel like he really does have star power. He was born to be a star. Oh yeah, I did look up his name, like, the meanings of his name, and it did represent what was it? Adidja, something. It meant to conquer, but something was conquer and something else. If you look up his name and you just put it together, just his first name, the meaning of his first name and his middle name, yeah, he really was born to be a star. And he did. He took advantage of what he knew he was gifted to be. And I feel like he knew from young that he was going to be a star in his own right. If he wasn't going to be a star, he was at least going to be a hood celebrity, He was going to be a popular figure, a public figure, quote unquote, in his own right. So he knew that. And he took advantage of that. The King of Pentacles took advantage of life's opportunities, and he worked on his craft, and he worked with his personalities. They fed each other, and they created, who he is and the precedent that he set for music, for dancehall music, which I will not take that away from him. He really did set a precedent. Whatever it is, subjective. However, you cannot deny his popularity. You cannot deny that he did set a lot of trends that stuck, okay? So he is a star. He was born to be a star, and he knew he was going to be a star, okay? He knew. So, I guess I want to go into his sons, Little Vybz and Little Addy. So, I was, y'all, like literally, I was in the car yesterday, and I was listening to Pandora, and I was listening to his channel. And then I was like, who is this artist? So I looked, and I see Little Vybz. I'm like, I'm driving on the highway, so I'm not really like staring at the dashboard like that. So I'm like, Little Vybz, okay. But then I see featuring Vybz Kartel. Because at first I'm like, Little Vybz. I'm like, who's calling himself Little Vybz? And does Vybz Kartel have a problem with this? I'm slightly messy. But yeah, then I saw a featuring him, so I was like, okay, when I get home, I gotta research, like, who is this? And then I found out that it is indeed his son, okay? And he has another son that is also making music. So I wanted to take a look at basically like the legacy that may be, because let me show you my face, from a like metaphysical standpoint, I see him trying, because he is facing a life sentence. I do see him trying to make sure that his energy transfers onto his children. Okay, it's more than just I want them to succeed. I feel like he is actively trying to, I don't know how to put this, make a change in his DNA so that his energy will be pushed into his sons or into the next generation. If that makes sense, okay, just comment, that made sense. You know what I mean. by that, okay? Like, he is actively trying to put a piece of his soul, and this is just from my point of view, from a metaphysical point of view, I feel like he is trying to push a part of his spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, onto his sons so that they continue, his legacy. Okay? So, with that being said, I want to see if the legacy will continue, or, basically, is the spiritual transfer going to work? Put it like that. I don't know another way to put it. Is the spiritual transfer going to work? And that's what I want to know. Nine of Pentacles, which is representing a slow process. Y'all, I'm telling you, he is actively trying to push his spirit, a part of his energy, onto his sons. Look at this. Like, if you don't, just look at the cards and try to match my words to the cards, okay? If you don't want to match my words to the cards, interpret the cards yourself. Fuck everything I just said. Interpret it yourself. This is the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. How'd I look to you? But to me, since I'm the one doing this video, this looks like, this is kind of like a dreamy energy for me. So this is kind of that dreamy, that your spirit, you're more than just your flesh. Him trying to push his spirit onto two people here, his sons. And I always see this as a spiritual card, someone maybe giving advice, or just listening to the word, so this is him, his spirit trying to push onto them too. So that is how I feel, but that ain't what I asked. I said it's gonna work. I said, give me one of these and give me one of the other ones. I'm going to show you why my face just screw up just like that. Okay. Oh, babies. Oh, babies. We have the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. So, as of today, I'm not going to date this reading because I don't feel like dating myself, okay? However, as of when I'm doing this reading, which is in the energy of November 2019, but I'm not going to tell you the exact date. I don't feel like the transfer is going to work. However, what I mean by the spiritual transfer, I don't mean that they're not going to be popular, they're not going to be well known, they're not going to have, hit songs. That's not what I mean. What I mean is the stardom, the star quality that Vybz Kartel, the entity that Vybz Kartel and Adidja, since I said, they together. The star power, it's not transferring over because it's not as organic. And I hate to put it like that, because I'm not trying to, talk about people's kids. However, their star quality and their rise in their career is not going to be as organic. So they might be popular, of course they're going to be popular. They're his sons. Like, they're always going to be popular. They're almost like, it's almost like a Marley. It's almost like a Marley. It's like he's they're always going to be fed. Put it like that. That's what I'm trying to say. They're always going to be fed. They're always going to be known. They're always going to be taken care of to the T's with dotted I's on top. Okay? They're always going to be taken care of. However, their musical career, their creative careers might not be as successful as their fathers, is what I'm trying to say. All right? So, what I'm getting is no, the spiritual transfer is not going to work completely. However, Vybz Kartel is such a legend in his own right that his kids are always going to be taken care of. Always. No matter where he is. Dead or alive. Like, they're always going to be taken care of. They're always going to have money in that family. Unless someone, mismanages the money, which I doubt it, is because they just carry such a name. In modern dancehall, not so much, as a whole scope, because, a lot of people will argue, it's not the best music. Here's my thing. I like his older songs. Like, I feel like currently he's been putting out like mid-level music, so it's like, it's alright. It's alright. It's nothing special. I'll listen to it a few times. I'm like, it's good. Some songs stick. Some songs stick, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm getting somewhere. And then I'm just like, some songs it's kind of low level. However, that's kind of how I feel with the state as a whole. Anyway, enough of my personal rant. Let's take a look at a little more information about Little Vybz and Little Addy. Again, this is just speaking about them being taken care of, them always being popular, always being known. However, when it comes to like career, it's just going to be way too bumpy. However, look at them, happy home, and the world attached to that. The world is always going to know who they are. Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So I don't know why, but I'm hearing like they write each other letters, like even if they're able, and I'm speaking about, the kids. I don't know if he has any daughters or any other children. I think he does have a daughter. I don't know. But I'm hearing that it's a thing for them to write letters, or written forms of communication is very sentimental to him. Like, he's such yeah, it makes sense to me. Like, he's such a, I hear linguist, what's the word where you're just like into writing, and he's just so into writing and like communication, forms of communication. Like, written communication is really sentimental to him, or creative forms of communication is very sentimental to him. Like, more than just speaking on the phone. Like, if you do something creative, like, it's almost like a proud dad that would put, a letter on the wall, or a picture on the wall, something on the wall. He likes creative ways of communication. And I feel like that's a thing for them. They, they keep a bond with creative ways of communication. Issue vibes. So that was the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, like he has a soft spot for people that he loves. He can be very stern, but however, like when he loves you and he feels that you're worthy of being taken care of, he will really take care of you and like try his best to fight his demons when he's, around you. The Seven of Pentacles, like he will really, yeah. This is speaking of thoughtfulness to me. Like he's very thoughtful in his own way, okay? He's very thoughtful when he cares about you. He might not be the most gentle and kind, but he's thoughtful when he cares about you. All right, give me some more about the kiddos. The kiddos. A lot of pentacles. Straight pentacles, like they're gonna have money. They do have Three of Pentacles upright, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like they might be a little reckless with spending. They might, as they grow, they might have to watch how they handle money, because money might be like water. It might just go, oh shit. I hit my lamp. Like money is just like it just flows in the air, like it flows like water and then it just blows away like air. It's just they reckless with it. You know why? Because they know they got it. They know they always gonna have money. They know they always gonna have money, so they are reckless with it right now. However, I do feel like that was funny. My lamp is shaking. However, as they get older, they might be able to curb their desires a bit. Let's see. I think this video is long enough. It's almost an hour. Almost. But I do want to take a look at this health. It's health and overall wellness. Got the Knight of Cups. So I feel like this has to do with drinking, like consuming a lot of things that weren't obviously good for him. So I feel like consumption is a lot of the causes for his current health issues, if he is experiencing them. And indulging. Yeah, again, the Nine of Cups. Like, just indulging in things. And I feel like it's specifically alcohol. And the Tower right after that. So I feel like that's the root of a lot of his current health issues, if he is facing them. So he is, dealing with that. Give me more information about this tower. There's the oracle cards. And he has the card. The first card that comes out is speaking about children. And the card is saying that basically his kids are always going to be taken care of, which goes back into what I was saying, but that doesn't really speak about his health. Okay, so it's saying maybe that's something his children might want to watch out for. They might, get into the habit of drinking. So I feel like that's the thing that he tells them, like, don't do too much. Like, he tells them, don't do too much. Don't do too much. Or whatever they do, whatever they really like, he tells them, don't do too much. Because he did too much. Like, I'm hearing he's not the kind of dad that's like a buzzkill at all. However, he does try to discipline by limiting certain things as much as he can, So, really, the cards just, to me, speaking about him being more aware of his issues, obviously. Not obviously, but I feel like now he is becoming more aware. Like, whatever he was doing in the past, he's like, oh shit, I did too much, or this is catching up. Something is catching up to him. So again, yeah, he tries to guide his children, to limit, by limiting them, I should say. So right now he is more aware of his health and he's more vigilant, but I don't feel like his health is still, top priority on his mind right now. Let's see. Do you have any more information before I close this reading? Because it's getting kind of long, and I feel like, if I have some other gossip on Mr. Palmer, then I'll come back and do another reading. But let's just see what this oracle deck has to say about him currently, and about the near future, the energy surrounding him. So yes, flow, not what you expect, emerge. So flow, just flew right out of my hand, right? But to me, it's flow card. he's losing grip on something, and he feels it. So he's like kicking into overdrive. I'm trying to figure out a way to make sure he continuously okay. I don't know why I got this right now, but this just came to my head. If he wanted to be, he would be a really good cult leader. Like, honestly, he would really be a good cult leader. Like, he's so persuasive. He's so freaking persuasive. Like, if you really put his mind to it, you know, before he got locked up, and, you know, if he was out and he felt like his something was being snatched and he wanted to really commit to a cult, I feel like he would be a really good leader. And that's so weird to say that someone would be a good cult leader. But yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah. Then you have Not What You Expect. Right? So the flow, not what you expect, emerge. Again, I just feel like some things he's realizing some things are not so much in his control anymore. Like maybe his popularity, or maybe like his stardom is wearing off just a teeny bit, but not too much. Just a teeny bit. And he feels that. However, of course, he always does the unexpected, right? He does the unexpected, that bleaching, all them tattoos, the discarding of people, the hair, the braces, whatever he says in his music, he does the unexpected. But, you know, we should expect that because he is kind of unpredictable. You just can't predict what he's going to do, but you know he's unpredictable. Put it like that. All right? I'm sorry, this camera is just like in and out like that. And then merge. Again, I just feel like, you know, like I said, he has those two entities that make up the whole of who he is. And he is going, and they are going to find a way to come together and, you know, reclaim whatever it is that they feel like they are losing. Okay? And when I mean they, I mean him. All right? So, lift it up. I hope you enjoyed this reading. There's probably more of these readings to come. Probably, maybe, I don't know. Just wait and find out. How about that? And if you want to book a personal reading with me, my information will be down below. And again, drop the slurs down below because I don't know what else I would be called. Because like I said, y'all, I am fully prepared. Like I said, I'm partially Jamaican and Bayesian, which is not necessarily a race, it's cultural, you know. Anyway, whatever. So I understand the culture and how, you know, sometimes certain people are viewed as devil worshippers. And honestly, I have no problem being called an opiate woman if that's like, if someone is trying to use that against me. I have no problem with you calling me that. And yeah. If you like it, you love it, comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Tell me you hate me. Tell me you love me. Tell me I'm beautiful. Bye.